Good morning and welcome as we close out the Gospel of John today. We're looking at the Gospel of John, chapter 21. So have you ever heard the saying, you never get a second chance to make a first impression? So that phrase has haunted many a job interview and first date. Sometimes our first impressions of someone leads us to false assumptions. Sometimes we struggle to give people a second chance when they disappoint us. And so the pressure to make a good first impression is high. But more tragically, if we actually succeed in making that good impression, that first impression, then we tend to keep our guard up and we assume that if people knew of our secrets, our faults, our mistakes, that they wouldn't want to be around us anymore, or that it would change how they look at us. Peter knew that full well. Peter, he betrayed Jesus after promising that he never would. And even after seeing Jesus alive again, Peter heads back out to sea to return to what he'd been doing before Jesus called him. Peter must have felt an overwhelming sense of shame and loss that day as he loaded his fishing gear back into his boat. He'd blown it. He might as well go back to his old job, his old life. He was probably thinking that God definitely wouldn't want anything to do with him now. Psalm 103 verse 10 says this: God does not deal with us according to our sins, nor repay us according to our iniquities. And that is incredibly good news. The very thing that Peter feared was proved a lie by Jesus' death and resurrection. I mean, thank God that he didn't leave Peter alone. He forgave him and he sent him out on a mission to preach his word. And what a beautiful picture that is of the love of Jesus as he returns to the circumstances where he first called Peter to restore him. You are not useless to God when you mess up. When God forgives your sin and uses you despite it, your life becomes a witness to the power of Jesus' love and mercy. Have a great day.